Well, I got the DB9. As you've seen other people's reviews, they only come with one magazine. That's a big downfall. Except spare mags. Let's take a step back and I'll show you how I got these multi-platform magazines for under 10 bucks. Now these magazines will function in my DB9 FS-nine as well as the Beretta. Here's my little project for today. Got the DB9fs and the Beretta 92fs. We're going to make some extra magazines for the DiamondBack DB9 full size. The magazines are 100% interchangeable. Let me back the camera up and I'll show you what I mean. We're going to make some spare magazines for the DiamondBack FS-nine. This is our full size model. Over here we have the Beretta 92fs. What we're looking at is the magazines today, so I'm going to set these guns aside. Now these magazines, if you're familiar with the DB FS-nine, they're the exact same cutout as the 92 or the 96 magazine for Beretta. The only difference is right there at the mag catch. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these old surplus magazines. You can buy spare DB9 magazines for the full-size model, but they're pretty expensive. Whenever you can buy these surplus magazines, I think I bought 10 of them for 80, and then I bought another 6 for 35. I mean, they're everywhere. You get it for 10 bucks and under. All you gotta do is take a Dremel tool, make a slot right above that one. You're good to go. And they still feed inside the Beretta handgun. And I'll show you what to do for those as well whenever we get them complete. But right now I'm going to take the micrometer, I'm going to make some marks on the magazine where I need to cut, and then we'll get back to it. Now the first step, just as a safety precaution so we don't damage the springs, we're going to take a punch. We're going to remove the back plates and the followers. Okay, so what I did, I left my China marker, but what it is, I measured from up here to the top to the inside lip. It was 1.79, and I measured to the bottom, and then I made sure that was correct with the depth of it, 1.102. I did also the same for both directions, and pretty much you can judge it. It's a little bit longer on the DB than on the Beretta mag, but it starts pretty much on the same spot and ends a little bit lower. So I forgot my marker, but I made some marks where I could tell where I wanted to keep it in. So I'm going to get the Dremel tool set up and we'll start making some cuts. Now I'm taking my time because I only have this one more of the cutting wheels. And also, even though these are cheap, I still need mags for my Beretta, so I don't want to burn through all of them. So you just take your time, make some slow cuts, and you can take a polishing wheel and clean it up a little bit. As you can see, I think I'm going to take a little bit in there to finish off the sides because it's at a little bit of angle, but it doesn't affect anything. It's just for more cosmetic looks. Beretta mag goes right in. You can see if I had a plate like the DB9, you know, that wouldn't do that. Or if you have any Beretta mags that actually have that base plate on it, you know, but this is a range mag. It's perfectly fine for me. You can see the same way. I'll take the slide off and give you a better look of it in there. As you can see, it goes all the way up and rests right on it. I'll put in the factory mag. It does the exact same thing. That's where you want to make sure. You want to make sure they're both, you know, they both look the exact same in the gun, or else you're going to have feeding issues. But goes right up every time. And now, like I was talking about, these mags will still work in your Berettas, but you don't want to cut every one of your Beretta mags because it will stop on that first one. It locks in just fine. You actually have to push the button and go to the second mag catch. Goes in just the same. Push the button and it goes all the way up and stops at the correct. But there it is. Make sure you check out the review. I'll be posting that soon of the DB9fs, and I will be using converted magazines as well, so you will be able to see them in action. But they work just fine every time. One thing I will note, if you do go to cut them, make sure you get your measurements right, because if you cut the top of that up higher, then it's going to clip in sooner and it'll rest more down there than all the way up. So just take your time and you'll have some great range magazines. Thanks for watching. Just want to throw this little tip in. It's more of a question than a tip. This is for the compliant stand owners. I remember whenever all the high cap bands came in, you could still have the same Beretta firearm, but when the mags, they crimped them, that way you wouldn't be able to force no more than 10 rounds in it. So they don't offer a compliant DB9fs, but maybe you could get them to send you one with no mags, and then just get the crimped Beretta mags and modify them yourself for this firearm. Then you'd have a compliant DB9fs. So that may or may not work. Comment below what you think. Definitely would check with your local laws, but where's the compliance on the firearm and not the magazine? Like, to be a compliant firearm, does it have to be a specific model of firearm, or can it be the same firearm with just low cap mags?